Welcome back to Autism Live. I'm Shannon Penrod. We're webcasting to you live from the Center for Autism and Related Disorders headquarters in Tarzana, California. And our special guest right now is the wonderful and fabulous Tiffany O'Day. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm really excited to be here.
We're thrilled to have you. And you are the Director of Marketing and Operations here at the Center for Autism and Related Disorders.
Correct.
That is quite a job title.
I've been here for 8 years now, going on 9. So I've wore many different hats and had lots of different great experiences. I like them all. In operations, I focus more on how the offices are doing and, making sure that they're giving the best services possible, and also looking at expanding to new locations.
Wonderful.
And then in marketing, it's lots of fun, creative things and getting the word out.
Tiffany is one of those people we talked about earlier today that, I was saying that it's not just me sitting here, that this has spiders and legs. There are people all over the world that are trying to help our kids. And Tiffany is one of those people that you don't get to see very often, but she's hard at work making things possible for you wherever you are. So part of that team that we don't hear so much about, but that we should. I'm humbled all the time by the work that you guys do that has a direct effect on our families and our kids, and it's amazing. And you've got something really exciting coming up that I asked you to come and talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us about what's happening in Massachusetts.
Yes, we are opening our 21st office in Massachusetts. The office itself is in Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is between Boston and Cape Cod. But luckily, we can serve the entire region, and we're serving all of Metro Boston, as well as down the coast and the whole of Cape Cod.
Wow.
We had a really great relationship with a bunch of families down in Sandwich, which is a little town just as you enter Cape Cod, and they were just on us to open an office and offered to help us and get the word out. And now we have 15 clients and about 15 therapists working there. And we're getting ready to have our grand opening on June 30th, coming right up. And so we're just going to have like a family-friendly event. You can bring your kids. There's going to be activities. There are going to be, refreshments. A short presentation by our managers there. We have a clinical manager named Ben Craighead, who previously worked at our Austin office. He's been a supervisor for 3 or 4 years now. He's amazing. The families, the kids love him. And then his wife is actually our business manager. So it's a husband-wife team. And she also worked at our Austin office and will be the sort of behind the scenes taking care of starting up new clients and hiring therapists. And so it'll be an opportunity for people to meet the managers and meet our therapists and meet other families too.
And we've met Ben Craighead before. We interviewed him last year at the retreat, a really wonderful gentleman. Really excited for him that he's going to be heading up this opportunity. And hopefully in the coming weeks, he's pretty busy, I understand right now, but we'll hopefully have an opportunity to Skype in with him before the opening to have a conversation about that so you guys can get to know him a little bit better. But let's talk a little bit about the nuts and bolts of this. If somebody wants to attend the event, what kinds of things that they should be doing? And I know Emily put up on the screen there for a second, and she probably will again, so that people know where to check in. But what do they need to do?
Sure. So it's on Saturday, June 30th, and it's in the afternoon. We tried to make it in a good time for families to attend. It's from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We are going to have, it's at the office location is 118 Long Pond Road in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and there'll be
a quaint
lots.
Little name.
I know, it's such a cute.
So Massachusetts.
It's such a cute town. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go and visit. There'll be lots of signs and balloons, so people will be able to find it. And we would appreciate RSVPs. Our marketing manager, Daphne Plump, is taking those RSVPs, and she's at dplump@centerforautism.com. So just shoot her an email, say we'd like to come so we can make sure we have enough food and activities, and just come on out.
What I love is that they can bring the kids, because we know if you're home and you're trying to figure this out, having to find a babysitter is just that much more difficult, but bring your child with you. Bring the whole family. Everybody but the dog.
Yep.
We don't want to bring the dog.
That could be fun too.
Well, it could turn into something else. Leave the dog at home, but bring all the kids with you. You'll have an opportunity to meet Ben Craighead, and there will be some other people as well that are there. In fact, Emily Goodwin, who we talk about on the show, who is our technical director, will be there. You'll have an opportunity to meet her. And we talk about the fact that Emily is Martha Stewart meets MacGyver. So she's somebody you should meet. She will be there and taking pictures and potentially interviewing some of you. So that will be a lovely event. And who else will be there? Do you know yet? Because I know.
Well, all of the therapists are going to be there, and they're actually going to be organizing all the activities. So it will be nice that parents can look around, can talk to Ben and Stephanie, and know that their parents will be their kids will be taken care of. And then we are actually in the process of organizing an event where Dr. Graham Pichet will be going out.
Wonderful.
And I know I probably shouldn't say this because people get excited, and we don't have the exact date scheduled yet. But I'm hoping it will be in August or September, and that will probably be in Boston, in the city, and we'll do a one-day workshop. And typically on those days, we'll have Dr. Graham Pichet do a couple hours on our program, the CARD model, ABA, and then we have Dr. Jonathan Tarbox goes out and does a talk on behavior management or anything. We kind of research what the families are interested in and what are the hot topics. And we'll probably have a few other guest speakers. Sometimes we can get some of our former clients to come out and talk about their experience with CARD and beyond. We have several wonderful former clients who actually work for us now and come out to these events, and they're a huge draw because they're so articulate, and families can really see, the results of their hard work.
Yeah. Don't we all want to see that? I mean, anytime, and I've said this before to people in the office, anytime I can see somebody, I want to see both the young men and the young women, but I'm especially, because I have a son, interested in seeing the young men who are in their 20s, who had ABA therapy when they were younger, and to hear them speak. I will walk across ice uphill in the winter with no shoes on to see that, because it gives me the juice to continue on and do what we're doing. It gives me the hope. And I know you guys have said the same thing. So pretty excited.
We might need to invite your son to come and present sometime.
At some point, have you met my son, Tiffany? He loves that. I said to him a couple of years ago, it was a Saturday, and he didn't have therapy, a rare Saturday, a couple of years ago, and I said, what would you like to do today? He said, I'd like to set up a table somewhere and sign autographs. This is what he said. This is my son. So he would love it. Yeah, this is, he is a ham. So yes, someday, not yet though.
Okay.
He's not there yet.
We'll put him on the list.
Yes, somewhere down the road. I'll look forward to that too. I'll be the person weeping in the background because it all makes me verklempt. But in any case, it sounds like a wonderful event and something to come to. Totally free. Have to make sure that people know that. A great way to come and see what's about to happen at the open house. And again, as Tiffany was just saying, there'll be something later on, and I'll keep you posted on that so that you can all be attending that as well. But really exciting when an office opens up, a really, really big thrill. And as you heard Tiffany say, it came about because there were a group of parents who said that they wanted it. And you know how this is, squeaky wheel.
Those parents. They're very persistent.
Yes, and it gets it done. And so we're going to take a little bit of a break, but when we come back, we're going to have Tiffany tell us, wherever you are in the world, if you want a CARD office to open there, how you make that happen. It's not as hard as you think. So stick with us. We're going to be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Autism Live. I'm Shannon Penrod. We're here at the Center for Autism and Related Disorders headquarters in Tarzana, California. And our guest right now that we're having such a good time with is Tiffany O'Day. She is the Director of Marketing and Operations here at the Center for Autism and Related Disorders. You were just telling us about the new office opening in Boston. And we should say, because I think it's really important, that there's no waiting list.
Correct. We have staff waiting, and we've started training more and more therapists. We actually have had a huge interest from other supervisors across CARD to move to that area. So we actually have several other BCBAs, wonderful supervisors who are at the ready to move there when we have more clients. So there's no waiting. Most of the clients, it's just a matter of getting their funding in place,
right,
which may take anywhere from a month to 2 months. But we do the intake during that time, and we acquaint them with our staff and our process. So it's a fast 2 months.
Okay, and we really want to encourage people, if you have any interest at all in getting ABA services, to go to the open house. I think it's essential to be there. You're going to get to meet the staff. You're going to get to meet the therapists. You're actually going to get to see them interacting with your children, which is a wonderful thing to view. And you'll get information and a little tidbit or something, because you're going to have a little bit of food there as well. So it'll be a really good time.
Little giveaways.
Little giveaways.
Yes.
Oh,
We're going to have some little giveaways.
Sounds fun. And Emily Goodwin, our technical director, will be there. She will have an opportunity to meet some of you and potentially even interview you if that's of interest to you. Don't have to if you don't want to. But I think that's incredible. No wait list. And if people know that they already want to get services, they can still come to the open house, but can they start signing up and start the process now?
Absolutely. You can go to the centerforautism.com, www.centerforautism.com. And on the homepage, there's a link to the CARD Massachusetts office, and just click that. It gives you all the information on how to either get the process started online, or you can also call the office directly. And I'll give you the phone number just in case. It's 508-732-0088. And that's directly to the office.
To the Boston office.
To the to the Plymouth office.
The Plymouth office, yes.
Covers the whole region. So whether you live in Boston, Plymouth, Cape, we are ready to serve that entire area.
Wonderful, wonderful. But now if you're not in the Massachusetts area and you're saying, okay, wait a second, this all sounds exciting, but I feel left out. There are many CARD offices around the world. You were saying this will be the 21st office. That's pretty impressive.
Right.
So you really want to take a second and look at the CARD website, click on the locations tab, and see if somebody is close to you. But there are a lot of offices around the world, and there's the potential for more of them. And we were hearing Tiffany talk about how this Massachusetts office came about with a lot of parents, and I always say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So if a parent is watching this and says, hey, I've heard Shannon talk, because I always say, a huge CARD fan, they gave me my child back. I make no bones about it, no apologies at all. I am the hugest CARD fan, and you should be too. And if you want it in your area, what do they need to do?
Well, having a parent advocate in a local city who can help us learn about the area, get connected with other parents and parent organizations, somebody who can educate us on, funding and, the government institutions that are involved is a huge leg up for us. And we fully take advantage of parents who want to help us out. And most of our offices did actually start that way, where with a parent who wanted to help and would not give up. And in Massachusetts, I mean, the whole process probably took maybe from that first group of parents saying, have you ever thought of it, to us starting a first local client was maybe 1.5 years.
Wow.
So it's not that long, and we're getting better at it, at the process of opening and connecting with the right people. But if there are parents out there who, think their community could use a CARD office, we would love to hear from them. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And typically, we need about 5 to 10 families to support a physical site, to take that step to open an office. And then, of course, we need to grow from there in order to, be sustainable. But, 5 to 10 families who, are interested in the, best ABA therapy there is to offer, and we'll take a look at it. We've gotten very good at training local staff. I'm very proud of the fact that we hire locally, and we're contributing to that local economy and training people in this awesome profession.
Yeah.
So getting local staff going quickly is pretty easy for us. We can train therapists in a month to 2 months, and we have supervisors that want to move and they want the challenge of opening a new office. So we have a group of therapists or supervisors who are willing to move to some of these new cities and actually launch sites for us.
It's an exciting opportunity for them. And what's great about it for you as the families is that you're helping the local economy by creating jobs, but you're not going to get just all people who are brand new. You've got a mix of staff who are very experienced with some new people who are very excited to have an opportunity. So
exactly.
It's a plus for everyone, because then your child is getting the best of care. So who would they call? Which site would you want them to visit if they've got a group of families together and they're thinking that they would like to have you come?
If you call our toll-free number, you'll speak with our customer service representatives. They keep track of this information and they give it to me regularly. If you say, I'm a parent in Tampa, Florida, I really think this would be a great market. I have a group of parents. We're familiar with CARD. We would love to help you open here. Our customer service group will let me know right away, and we can talk. You can also email me directly. I'm at O'Day, O-D-A-Y, at centerforautism.com. And my last name's O''D-A-Y. And I'd be happy to, I kind of keep a running list and we kind of check back. We are considering opening an office in Denver, Colorado, and we have a few sites in New Jersey, New York area. We're kind of probably try to sort of connect Boston all the way down to DC and hit kind of the major cities along that corridor. Most of our offices are now in California, but the demand is so high now on the East Coast, and so we're kind of looking at that for our next region to expand. But we look at any city.
Right. Doesn't have to be a huge, big city either. If you've got enough people there that are interested, it really, I have to say, I hear it over and over and over again that when change comes, it's driven by the parents. We just went to the ABAI conference and people were so excited there over and over and over again as I would ask them if we could interview them and talk to them on your behalf. And I would say, I'm a parent. And they would go, a parent? And it was like they'd cited some rare spotted owl or something at this conference. And they were so thrilled, you guys, to see. And it was like I had people hugging me saying, it's so great to have a parent here. We want more of you here because we know that you guys want what we have and you guys get things done. You parents, you get upset and you get things done. That it's been parents that have driven the insurance. It's been parents that have been driven where offices open. So it falls to you. If you're someplace and you want this for your child, we always talk to you about your local network and your global network that you're connected with of parents. Talk to your local network and say, who else is in this with me? You might make a really good friend and change your place that you live in forever. It could be really exciting. Yeah. Tiffany, this is fabulous. Are there other offices in particular that we want to talk about? Because there are 20 offices, we can't talk about all of them, but anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, many of our California offices now we're hiring BCBAs for. We just have a huge, demand and lots of interest. So we are actually taking on clients in our Northern California offices in Berkeley and in San Jose. Our Sacramento office has capacity to take on new clients, in San Diego as well. Of course, Tarzana in our Los Angeles area. So if families are interested in any of these areas, we actually do have supervisors that can start cases pretty quickly, pending the funding situation. And usually we will have to hire some new therapists and get them trained up. But we also have a team of senior therapists that work with the newer therapists.
Right.
So we're ready. So just give us a call. And we'd love to help you out.
It's that first step that, it starts things in motion. So don't be afraid to do that. We do have the toll-free number. I think Emily can put it up there for you. Generally, when they call, they get Amy Fuentes, right?
Yes.
Amy's spectacular. Amy was one of my son's therapists and actually was one of our senior therapists for a long period of time. You can't be in better hands than Amy. So give Amy a call. Emily's going to put up that number for us here in just a second and make that call. I always say, I know sometimes you're afraid you're going to get a no, but you know what? The no doesn't hurt any worse than not knowing. So call and start the process. You'll be amazed at where you end up, if you will.